Okay. There we go. Okie dokie. I know it's been a while since I've been on, so I really don't expect too many people here, but I'm still breathing. I'm gonna do one of my, this is 16 by 20 canvas board. I've already put my glycerin on it and we're just gonna wing it. I'll probably throw a mountain in there, space, maybe a space background. Throw a mountain in there, throw a couple flowers or whatever, and call it a night. All right, okay. So as people pop on, I'll probably repeat myself some more, but yeah, you know. All right, so, hey Sonia, let me know if you hear me. It's been a while since I've been on here, like 3 months. So, okay. Once again, 11 by, or 16 by 20 canvas board. That's what it is. All right. Hey, Billy. So, on the easel here, I got violet, Prussian blue, phthalo green, black and white. So we'll see how this goes. See how we make out with this. All right. All right. I think I'll start off with a little bit of purple here. And we'll put it somewhere around here. I'll probably work it a little darker. We'll see. And then we'll get a little bit of this dark blue. Throw a dark blue in there. Maybe around in here. Mix it in there pretty good. Oh, we'll slap some green up around in here. Get a little touch of black. Probably pop it in the corner. Something like that. We'll smooth all of this out. I at least want the colors to be surrounded by a little black, so. Something like that, and we'll come on down with it. All right. We'll put the black somewhere in here. A lot of this is the Chalkola paint, more or less. You're gonna see a lot of the glare because of the glycerin. Once again, I'm just throwing color in here, okay? And I'll smooth all of this out as we go along. Still want some of the colors represented, so let's pop in some more blue, or the rest of the blue. We'll kind of pop the blue in pretty strong up in here. Mix the blue and the black in there together. Get a little bit of violet. Pop the violet in here. And then we'll tap a little green in there. That looks good. Good enough. Okay. We're going to smooth all of that out. The Chalkola paint I like because I can use it for the blending. I'll just get a large soft brush here and we'll blend all this in there. I'll go in the color section first. And mainly I'm just gonna smooth a lot of these colors out. I don't want to go too hard. But even though the colors are dark, I want to smooth them out. When I add the white for some of the galaxy-like stuff, it'll grab some of this color. So we'll get some interesting looking space clouds happening there. Okay. Now it's difficult for me to see it too with the glycerin, so I might be flying blind a little bit here. I don't want to wipe too hard. Now, since I'm working with vegetable glycerin, since I'm working with the glycerin, the streak marks won't stay. This is a Hake brush, H-A-K-E. Very soft bristles. And so it gets rid of the stroke lines. And with the glycerin, I can move this paint around to wherever I want it to be. And it's gonna stay wet for a bit so I can add all sorts of colors and doodads to it. And I just lightly cover it all up here. So it is dark, but you see the little colors floating through in there. Then I'll add the other things. Okay, with a Hake brush, very slender hairs, very soft hairs. Clean it immediately. The brush will stain, but that's okay. It dries pretty quickly if you clean it pretty good. Just wipe it off. And really, that's that. All right. All right. Okay. Let's throw some cloudy things in there. I'm gonna do it with a filbert. And I'll try to keep it galaxy-like. You know what, before I even attempt that, let's put this brush right here. Let's get a fan brush. We'll throw some stars in there right now. All right. So I'll dip my fan in some water. I'll drag out some of this white. And let's prepare for a mess. Ready? I'll keep it pretty close. And we'll just flick on some stars here. Some a little heavier in spots like this, like a little galaxy. I'll have it go from the left to the right like this. Okay. And we'll have it come down. Spread it out a little bit, like so. Some of the colors will be picked up from this. Glycerin, you're not going to see it really well with that big spotlight right there, but some will be heavier in spots, some will be lighter. I think I like what I have right now. I think that will do. All right, we'll take Mr. Filbert here. I think once again, I'll just play around with some cloud things. I'll just use the tip of the brush. It's just pure white because it's going to mix in with what we have. And I'll just come here. All right, I'll just come out here like this. And we'll start playing with some colors here. Just like that. I'm not going to necessarily rinse off or clean off the brush per se. Bring some coming in like that and kind of show off its color. And this is just pure titanium white. Will come out here and kind of do a little bit of this with it and trail it. I'll wipe off the excess paint on my towel and we'll keep working away at it. Now, kind of do a nice line of paint here. We'll have some come in, come out. We have some kind of billow out toward this way. And I'll shape some of this with a softer brush. You'll see. We'll have a nice little line of we'll work some cloud stuff in here like this. We'll build it up as we go along here. Picking up some of that purple, some of that blue. Let's go into some black here. Once again, I'll get these trails going, smooth them out, probably build up some of that cloud texture there a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I can cover this. Let's see if you guys can see it a little bit better. You guys can see that a lot better. Okay. We'll take another softy brush. Okay. Very gently. I don't want to over blend. Get rid of some of the streaks there, and I'll just very nicely, very gently, just blend some of this out a little bit. Very lightly. Can you guys see that all right? I believe you can, but let me know in there. Once again, I don't want to get rid of all of it's not really texture, but a lot of the high and low spots. I don't want to get rid of that. Okay. And plus, I don't want to invade too much in the path of the stars, but lightly just fluff it out, very lightly. And if I want to add a little more brightness to some of these, if it needs it, if it warrants it, I will. Just like that, very smoothly, just blend it out a little bit. Okay. As I'm looking at it and examining it, checking it out, see if I would like to add some more little cloudy things in there, and I believe I can probably pop in another trail, maybe a little something in here. It's just me really patting down and getting some of that color. I like the color. And still keep them kind of elongated. Let's take some of that and bring it out here like this. Just like that. It may be a little patch down below. Just a little something. Maybe right up in here. Have it gather in here a little bit. And then we'll just bring it on across that. Muddy it up. It's okay. Just like that. Bring it in there. Just like so. bring back Mr. Softy brush here and pretty much lightly. Usually I'll fluff out the edges. If I see that the middle part is pretty cool, I won't mess with that too much. I'll fade it out a little, try to keep them, you know, kind of in the background back there. Okay. All right. Let's work over here a little bit. I will treat each element like it's the only thing I'm going to do in the painting. All right. I think we got that pretty good. You're not going to probably see all of that because once again, it'll be a mountain here. Okay, but I just did it as, you know, a whole painting, and that's fine. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Let's get a very interesting looking mountain formation going. I'll keep it with a basic black. I'll pull the black out here. I will more than likely need a lot more of this black, but we'll see. Right now I'm really concentrated on just the silhouette of the mountain. We'll have it about, we'll peek it up right here. No, I might need to, no, not really. Not really, I'll kind of pop it down here like that, have it go across. It would come down a little bit like this. And up around in here like that. And really, I'm just getting the really the texture of the mountain. I'm not really concerned about what's going down below at all. Not in the least bit. Need a lot more black. So I did the whole painting like that, just not to ruin the flow of the painting. So it's okay. Like I said, this painting is not going to make really much sense. I've already done a couple paintings that made plenty sense. So it's just me really just having a little fun here. Just bring that down. I'll do it with a larger brush in a little bit. Glycerin's still fairly wet. I'm only using black because I know it'll cover it fast. So that's the reason why I'm using it. I think maybe that's about as far as I might want to go. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Hey, Bruce. As I was telling them earlier on, and before anybody showed up, this is a 16 by 20 canvas board. Just winging it, like the title says, and mountain, floral. That's about it, really. I'll thin this black out a little bit here. And spread it outward like this. I do have a backlight. It is on, but it was washing out a lot of this color. So pop the paint on pretty thin here and then just fade it. I'll fade it right out into the space clouds there. I guess just ghostly appear out of nowhere. Just really lightly, just let it fade out and do its thing. Just like that. Okay. It's like we're caught in between realms or something. All right. A little crazy, but it's all right. I've already did my quote unquote normal stuff. And I'm just smoothing out the outline of the mountain here. Right across the tape. Act like the tape doesn't exist. Just fade everything out really nice. Then we'll get with some cute little textures for the mountain here. Okay, that's enough of that. So we have our silhouetted mountain. We got a little spacey background. Hey, Sleep Stacks, how are you? It's good to see you guys. I know I haven't been on here a few months or so. So I figured I better do something, more or less. Okay. Should I have my mountain a basic black and bluish or whatever, or white, blue? Maybe so. It kind of maybe match up with what I have going on for the background. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. All right, let's get a little bit of black here. Mix some gray real fast. I might put a little blue into it. Who knows? I know I'm going to need a lot more than what I'm doing here, so let's really pop it out here. It's just basic gray for right now. My thing is, hopefully I'll make enough of it. I should be enough here. And I think I'm going to throw a little blue in there. So we'll go with a little bit of ultramarine blue. Just a little small touch into the gray. Okay. Try to keep the mountain somewhat in the background. Like I said, this painting won't make really much rhyme or reason or sense, but it's okay. I think I did a barn or something, and then I did a church. So, and I think I did a moose or something before that. None of them were filmed, so this is the first time in a while I've done something like this. I don't know if I'll continuously do this. I don't know yet. Sometimes you just need a break and reevaluate some things. Okay, let's just spread this out. I think I have plenty to do what I need to do. We'll see. I'll get a nice chunk of it like that. And I'll just spread a thin layer of it out like so. All right. This is the DSLR camera, so I really got to manually do things. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Right about there. You guys can see what I'm doing. And I'll move the camera this way a little bit. Let's touch that focus. I don't use automatic focus. I think that's good. Yeah, you guys can see that. All right. Yes, I agree. Normal is overrated. But I believe you guys, like I said, you guys can see that. All I did was put a towel, not even a towel, what is it? A fast food restaurant tissue with some tape over the light. And it kind of kills a lot of that light hitting the board. Okay, well, let's get to it. I guess my light source will probably come from the right-hand side today. But let's just play. Let's get some textures going here. Well, very lightly get some patterns here. Okay, and we'll just keep working at it. All right, come here. I'm just not doing it haphazardly. I'm really looking for peaks. I'm going to concentrate more or less on getting the peaks out there. Make it look a little craggier than I usually have them. Okay, so there'll be multiple ledges and things going on here with it. If you notice, I'm not going the typical Bob Ross kind of route where he just take it and he just swipe in that direction. I won't, not today. At least not for this one anyway. But I am manipulating the shape. Not again. Who's upsetting your dog? Somebody might be in the hallway. Who's upsetting your dog? Make yourself useful. Get me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich. All right. As you can see, even with the little bit of texture I am doing. Oh, let's go this way with this a little bit. Chop it up a little bit there. I'm thinking about ledges as I'm doing this. I'm talking to you. Okay. Come here like this. I'll make this one curve up here. And let's bring this one down a little bit. Go opposite direction. Spread that out and bring that across. Try to make them look kind of like rocks, if you can. This gray has a little bit of blue in it. Okay, so I'm not really going too crazy with the colors. What I'm doing right now is more or less the lit side of the mountain. You can't tell yet, but it will be. I'm just yeah, she's got that definitely a mastiff like bark. That's for sure. Sometimes she barks like she's confused. It cracks me up a little. I'm just pressing some of this color into the board. And you know, it all depends how far I want to go down with it, you know. All right, okay. We're gonna go on the opposite side and we'll, actually let's go with I'm gonna get some darker blue. I'll probably stick with the ultramarine blue for the darker part of the mountain. So get a little more of the blue. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm gonna mix it obviously into the gray. What's left of the gray there. It's all right. This is gonna be the shadow side of the mountain. Okay. Spread it right out. Come across. All right. And we're gonna really define the shadow shapes here. Okay. If you notice so far with the highlighted lit side of the mountain, you got more mountain here. A little less in here, it just denotes that it's a little further away. So you got this coming lower. This is not as low as this one. It's larger. And it's a bigger mountain that's just coming out and all of that's in the background. I can switch that up if I choose to. It's really up to you. All right, this is fairly dark, but we should be able to see it. I want it dark on purpose, right on its edge. Well, I'm thinking more ledge and edge today. Still as craggy. Move it around. Don't get rid of all your darks. Don't do that to yourself. Okay. And keep in mind, as you're doing this, keep in mind your patterns, where you want it to go. All right. Come on down, come on down. Almost like because you're picking and choosing your angles and choosing your spots. Once again, most of this stuff dries. Obviously, acrylic dries darker than when you put it on. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful you're going in the other direction. Okay. Spread it out. Come out here. Come down in here. Just spread some more color out there. Swipe across. Okay. Come on around. As I'm looking, I still want some of those crevices to stay dark, so I'm not going to overdo it with all of that. I'll bring some of this downward like that. Keep in mind that it's still pretty wet, so we can add our mist. Well, not really mist, but it fades out a little bit. So we'll still keep our earthly. Come here. Come down and swing it around. We're going to swing that right on around and up. We're going to come down, swing, go upward. If you want, go right into the lighter gray area there. Okay. Up to you how you want to play it out. And I'm going to approach it the same way I did the lighter side. Press a little bit more. Keep some of those crevices in there, some of that darkness in there. All right. So it makes your mountain look a lot more detailed. All right. Your eye is really trying to follow all of this, which makes it look a lot more complicated than what it really is. But this time I'm actually thinking about the process instead of just swiping and whatever. Okay. And I have the advantage of a 40-inch screen over here, so it kind of looks like another person is doing it. All right. So I can check out the composition. Come on down, come on down. Bring that up there. All I'm doing is pulling out the paint. As you can see, it's not really blended all the way. So now you have variation. Okay. Come on down here with this fellow. Come on in here. Bring some of that out there. Continue right off the tape. Looks like the texture is just, you know. Now watch what happens when I add the highlights. Okay, that's cool. We can get rid of some of this purple. All right, that's out of here. Let's go with some titanium white. We'll just spread it out here. I don't necessarily really want it super titanium white, so. Because if I have it too white, it's just gonna really overshadow whatever I want to put in this, so. Gray it up a little bit, but. That might do it, really. I'm looking at it right now. Like I said, I don't want it super white, so that might do it. I might not have enough. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. Let's mix a little more of that light gray. A touch of white. I do prefer to use heavier paints. The Chalkola stuff is pretty good for backgrounds, or if you're doing large body of water or something like that. It's good for that. It's a little too, ironically, glistery, if that's a word, for me. It's like a film of some sort. That's kind of pasty to me, but it does have its purpose, because I did use the Chalkola for the background stuff, except for obviously the black and the white. But for the greens and the blues and whatnot, it's the Chalkola brand stuff. Okay, pull it right out. We'll make that flat too. We'll pull it out like that. All right. Usually, when you do a mountain scene or whatever, you just look at it. You look at your surroundings, whatever you've done with the background, and you can kind of sense where you want to put your light source. I already told you from the beginning the light source is going to be on the right-hand side, so the right-hand side it will be. And I'm going to pick and choose my little spots for it. Okay, so I'm just going to create cliffs right now, because I can already see where I want them. And here we go. Very light, because you already got texture on your mountain. So very light. It's going to take off what it wants and give you the rest. So don't worry about it. And now, at this stage, you kind of want to go to where it kind of leads. All right. And it will, once again, take off what it wants, give you the rest. Okay, be picky, be choosy where you want this stuff to go. Okay, and remember this type of doing your mountains here. It's really up to you. It's subjective to how you want your mountains laid out. Okay. I'll tighten that up when I get to it there. Get rid of some of that. Let's put a little pinch of something over there, so it doesn't look too contrived. Okay. Oh, pop a little something here in that corner, just like that. We'll kind of move it around there. Oh, we got a little bit of love out here too. Come on down. I want also get more of a craggy look, so I can play around with it like that. All right. Let's put a little something here, just like that. All right, let's go over here on the other side, right here on this edge, right here. Very light touch. Okay. Make little cliffs, little crevices, wherever you think the light will strike. It looks white, but it's not. It's a light gray. Okay, but as your eye adjusts to the color that's surrounded, you know, it's going to think what it thinks. It's just a trick. You're playing with your eyes, or your eyes are playing with you. Okay. I drag it out. I get as much thin paint as I feel I need. Okay, we're gonna come here and make a nice little curve right in here. Just like that. Bring it downward. All right, we got a little bit of love right in here. Once again, I'm still thinking cliffs. All right, and we got one right in here. Curve it around there. Let's make this a little heavier here. The light's hitting pretty good right in there. All right, I'm checking things out. I might have a little bit of gray left here. Like so. All right. You don't have to really overdo it. I kind of like what I see. Right up in here and a little bit here. Come on, up around. All right. Let's take Mr. Brush and we'll do the Bob Ross thing, and we'll just kind of tap. Okay. Let's just smooth out some of this stuff. The paint's still a little wet, so you can get away with it. It blends it out. The more you tap, the more it's going to blend. You got me? All right. And then we'll just take it and we'll brush upward with it in this direction. All right, don't worry about that. We'll make that disappear. And very lightly, we'll fade that. Very light, very light, very light. See how it just blurs in? Okay. Definitely an old oil painter's trick there. All right. Just like so. Okay. So we've gotten about 80% of the painting done, more or less. Ruth, the paint itself has a lot of fillers in it, a lot of glycerin or whatever they use. I think it's glycerin. So it's still got that kind of weird, creamy texture, greasy, creamy. So like I say, it's good for backgrounds. I wouldn't really use it for trees or any detail, but broad stuff like this stuff, colored stuff, you want to put your actual paint on top of to blend it. Perfect for that. For me, and for our style of painting, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily really use it too much for detailed work. You know, I try my best to get it to work with the florals and everything. So, but that's for me, you know, that's how I work it. Then I'll go back to my usual brands that I'm really familiar with and do with that. I haven't tried the gouache. You guys seem to like that gouache a lot better. So, okay. Now that I have the mountains, the little space scene, this is where it goes into territory where it's not going to make much sense, because I'm going to put a few florals in here, which doesn't make any sense. Now we have violet, green, blue, black for the space background. We have our purple, gray, and gray for our mountains. So now it's time to choose a color, really, for what do I want the florals to be. don't really know if I really want red. I could choose a lighter blue. Red almost seems like it would work. I could do yellowish, yellowy orange-ish type of thing with it. Something to contrast with what I have here. Hello, Rosemary. Yes, it's been a while. By choice. It's been a minute. I know. So as I'm thinking, we can move this painting up a little bit here. So you guys see where I'm at here with this. Okay. I'm still thinking. As I'm still thinking, once again, I'm not going to use my Choctaw colors. I don't know. You guys give me a color, and then I'll just roll with it. We're still doing pretty good time here. It's only a little after 7. As you guys are contemplating colors, let me get some other colors ready. I see pink. I see red. There's about 4 or 5 of you in here. There's certainly got to be some other choices. Or maybe more of the same. See, Bruce went out and he done made something make sense. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That is true. That is true. Darn it, Bruce. All right. Well, Bruce done made sense, so I guess that overrides things a little bit. Okay, pink it is. A little more white then. And since we're gonna have, excuse me. All right, pink flowers. We'll use the base color as red. All right, simple enough. I'll get the customary 1/2-inch brush. I'll probably use a long. Pink does not go in this painting, maybe purple. Well, if I use purple, Rosemary, what's going to happen is that the purple will sink back into the picture. I need something for it to pop out of the picture. So now we're talking about contrast. Because I still want something to make the mountains and the space stuff in the back while the floral pops out in front with the little spacey background. And it didn't even come to my mind of cancer awareness. But pink is the color for cancer awareness, so it gives me something to use as a title also. So, but I tell you what, Rosemary, the next time I pop on, oops, Didn't want to do that. Next time I pop on, I'll definitely use purple in the next painting. Whatever that painting may be. Hopefully it's not a horse. All right, we'll just use flat red out the box red. We'll just use the red. We'll shape the flowers. I'm trying to decipher what type of flowers really. I know there's going to be at least 3 of them. So I'll do this. We'll just shape it out like that for right now. Okay. I'll use, now green is red's opposite. So I can use the green, okay, to darken in where the pit of the flower would be. And I think you guys can see that already. There it is. It's already starting. All right. We'll still use that green. And we'll get the bowl right in there somewhere. We'll kind of spread this out, something like so. Okay. All right. That's cool. We'll use it like that. All right. That's one. Who knows? We'll kind of pop another one somewhere around in here on the bottom. Kind of wing it, something like that. Maybe we'll make this one spot on. Maybe we'll pop it right here. So we're looking down at it. So it's right in the center, somewhere around in here. If it's not dark enough, we'll maybe put the light back on it. Let's see how bad it is. Nah, we're gonna have to put it back in this little shade. Sorry, it's a little too strong. Okay, got one here. We got one here. We'll put one right in the mountain. I wanted to try to keep most of the flower in the painting, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have this one go a little more towards that direction. We'll do it like that. So let's wear some of that away over there. Get a little bit of green, and we'll kind of have it go this direction, like that. Okay, and we'll pop the bowl around in here somewhere. You guys can't see that too well, but it'll make sense once I pinken this stuff up here. So all right, we got 3, somewhat 3. Okay. Mayhem is always good. Yeah. Get a little bit of white, a little more than that. Okay, not hard to make pink. And I'll probably get a little more than that. Let's add some more white. Okay. All right. I don't know if I need too much glycerin for what I'm about to do. We'll see. Okay. If we can at least have the bowl, we can color the bowl in. Something like that. So we'll get the light source thing going. Well, this one's going to be a little different-ish because the light source is actually coming from over there. But we'll just kind of do it that way, like that. For this guy, we'll just kind of pop in some shapes here, just like this. We'll kind of shell him in like that, okay? All right. And we can use my finger. We'll just kind of soften him up like that. All right, no biggie. So he's kind of around in that area. All right. Okay. I'm gonna get in. Well, no, we'll still use this. Let's just. I think the glycerin and everything, and the paint still being wet, we can still mess with this. Let's go on the outside, the direct outside. We'll come out here, and I'll just kind of very lightly pop in some outside things like this. We'll curl it around like so. It doesn't have to be super bright. The brightness will be over here on this side. And these are the direct outside guys, so it's okay. And we'll come out here and we'll pop another one right here. And we'll kind of come in like that. All right. Here, we'll kind of scoop him in like this. Like that. All right. Well, once again, directly outside. These are the outside fellas. And we'll kind of pop one in there like this. I can tease, we'll tease something in here like this. Come on around here like that. All right. So that's the guys on the outside. They're chilling out back there. We're going to take the same color. We're going to do all three around the same time, so we can get some kind of a cohesive look to this guy. We'll come right here. And we'll come, give him a little point there and scoop him in like that. Because that's not the highlighted side, so we're going to still continue with that. I'm hoping you guys can still see some of this. And what I'm doing is really utilizing the color I've previously put down. Okay. So we're not going to totally block out all that deep red. All right. All right. We'll come out here. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Have them fight with each other for a little bit. We got one coming here. Bring him further down. Like that. And we got this guy back here. Fellas on the bottom. These are bottom rung stuff. Okay. All right. This fella here, we're going to scrape up what we got left. Because once again, it's bright, but not the brightest. So we'll come here. And these are the outside fellas, so we'll kind of make this one a little crazy looking. We'll come here, out here like that, come out here like this. I'm overlapping a little bit. And as you can see, some of the colors coming out. You know, it's getting darker and darker, which is great. That's fine. It's all right. It's A-okay. No problem. Let it do what it do. Because we're going to, build up values here. Right there. We'll kind of brighten him a little bit. Come around there. Like I said, these are the outside petals. A little on the dark side. Okay. All right. Let's get some more white. Put the white red in there. Mix it in. Okay. Get a slight touch of red. Just like that. We'll brighten it up a little. Now, well, I'll get away with this. This is fine. This is fine. Let's go here toward the front. The bottom. We're going to work on the bottom still. Okay, we're on the light side. Okay, so we'll just come here and we'll kind of like that. We'll come here. Just like that. We'll bring one out, curve it around like that, spread it. Still the outside fellas. Okay, a little bit brighter. They're a little brighter. So you're definitely going to get a look of brightness. We'll come right there with that one. We'll come like this, and then we'll curve him in like that. Get some more. We'll have it come with like a wedge edge. We'll come here like that. yeah, we'll just continue that wedge, just like this. Something a little different there. Remember, these are the fellows on the bottom, so the light's kind of catching those guys in the front. This up here, well, we'll leave that alone. We'll go brighter with that. I won't bother with that right now. Okay, this guy's kind of the tricky one. We'll give him a little tease here and bring it in. But this fella on the outside, because this is where the tape is, you'll barely see it, and that's fine. I'll just pop in some love, just coming in there. Okay. Let's go with some more red. We'll work backwards. We'll work with this one over here. A little touch of, okay. A little deep pink. Now, we'll go into the glycerin part here. A little dab of glycerin in this, because the paint's starting to tack up, which is fine. All right, we're gonna do stuff over here. So we'll start to kind of sketch out some things here with this. Let's go with we'll come over here. We'll do it this way. We'll kind of like that. I want it to be, it's pink, but I still want it to be a little darker pink over here. It's okay. We'll come here. And we're gonna pop one in the center there, like so. You don't see it as of yet, so I'm gonna have to highlight it a little bit, just a little. It's just really a lighter version of pink, not too much. So we'll kind of give it a little ring of color there. See, just give it a little push to where you put them, and they don't have to be overly exaggerated, just to know really where they lay. Because after that little rim of paint is useful. And you really just want just a slight rim of paint there. That's all. Still dark, but I want you to see where the petals lie. Okay. And with that in mind, we can create some more petals in there. Just like so. Pop them in there. Like I say, they don't have to be overdone. There we go. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to my red. A little more red. Because this is the back half of the flower. So I can come here and start to frame that back edge there. A little push. Just to bring out that cup a little bit. Okay. Turn my brush around, get that rim color there. I might want a little point there. Just like that. Once again, it's the back of the flower. And we can get rid of that little edge there. We'll kind of fade that out. Rinse off my brush. Let's get a little more white. You're not going to see too much of this part because it's on the edge of the painting. Really lighten it up a bit here. And we'll come in, we'll kind of tease a bit of that in there. Have it fade out a little bit. And then we'll just kind of Pop them in there, right on its edge. Get, and bring it inside. We'll come here. Now these are on they're in the inside. You're not gonna see too much. Try to get it in its directional path there. So that's that one so far. We'll work with this guy. Because once again, we'll just work in reverse. Now I'll take this, give it a little, and we'll curve it around like that. Particularly the edge. Pop it in there. And some of that glow is going to come, obviously, on that side. All right. Now that's just the top. We'll work some petals on the outside here. Here, we'll come here like that and just go inward. Come here, go inward, come here. And we're going to take that and we're going to just bring it inward like so. Come on up. And these are another layer of petals on the outside. Get some more white. We'll play around with one right on the outside out here. Actually, we'll just come in and we'll curve them in like that. And I think I want to curve one in the inside. We'll have one kind of come this way. I'm just changing the direction of it. Just kind of cup it in there a little. We'll do one on the other side. We'll just kind of surround it. We'll cup this one too. We'll just come here, boom, like that, and we'll just cup it in there. And we'll kind of turn it around, right around in here like that, and just flow it in there, just like that. All right? Okay. Now that I just did that, we're going to mess around with the darker petals. Get some red, pop it in there. Basically just making a deeper pink. We're going to come out here and pretty much just like so. It is just the impression of the petals where they stand. We'll kind of curve that one in. We get one a little higher right up in here. And right up in here, bring it in there. A little deeper red, just pure red almost. And we're going to start to really pop them in there like that. Just deeper red. And just be mindful to where the center, I'll put another row in here. The center of these guys are going to be, you'll see because I'm going to lighten it up right now. And just quickly go in the opposite direction so we have our center piece. Center petal. So we'll come here, right in here. Go down a little bit, go back up, curve it. I think maybe one more right in here. And bring it down in there. So you see that little circle thing happening in there. Okay. Maybe I'll kind of play a little bit right here too. You don't necessarily have to. Just to frame it out a little bit. Maybe a little something right in there. Maybe catch something out here a little bit. A little something there, maybe. Just like that. There. Okay. I'm still looking, still checking things out. I want to come back over here. Get some more red. Which is going to turn into deep pink anyway because I'm mixing that white in there. And we're just gonna come in here. We'll kind of fill it up with a little bit of red, just a little. Up around in here a little bit. Okay. Maybe out there a little. Okay. All right. I really don't want to mess around with anything else. Let's go to this fellow. Right here in the front. It's just practice, Bruce. Really. Just practice. Let's mess around with here. Let's do this. I don't know if it's bright enough. We'll find out right now. We'll come here, a little push, and we'll go in. A little push, a little bit lower, go in. A little bit lower, straight down. Come over on the other side, and we're going to go in the other direction. Boom. A little bit lower, a little bit lower, just like that. Okay. I might want another one. So we're just going to curve it. Boom. And we'll just pop another one in there. A little bit lower. Actually, needs to be brighter. So let's get more white. Like that. Come down. Come down. Come over here. Curve. Go in the other direction. A little lower. Come in the other direction. Use your finger. Blend that right out. We're going to get some of these. I want a brighter pink though. And maybe a slight touch of, oops, that's a slight touch of water. We don't want the water, we want the glycerin. Okay. We're gonna come out here and we're gonna pop a few of those out here like that. It needs to be brighter. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's cool. Just like that, and bring it in. We're gonna get another one right around in here. Boom, right up in here. Boom, and we'll kind of curve them in there like that. Oh, we'll have another one out here. Boom, right here, a little larger. Let them come out a little bit more, then we'll curve them, go the other way like that. All right. We'll have one kind of come out here like this. Boom, bring him out there, and we're gonna curve him around. Right in front of the other petals. It's all right. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Come out here like that. Come out a little bit more. Boom. Out there like that. And bring them in there. All right. We're gonna do a few more like that. So come here. Right about, well, you know what? I don't want to really destroy what I got back there, so I'll just kind of pop them in this way. That's one down. Let's put one like almost in between there. And I'm just giving it a press, and then I'll just continue that right up past the edge, and then we'll just pop him in there like that. I want one coming the other direction to kind of cup it in there. So right up in this area here, we'll just kind of continue it like that, and just pop him in there. Now we'll go in the inside here. Let's get a little glycerin. Well, actually, let's clean the brush off. Let's get some fresh paint going. A little glycerin there. Brighten it up there a little bit. All right. Where am I at here? We'll come here. And we'll come here. We'll curve it the other way. And we'll do another one. The secret, you see this that little paint rim? That's what kind of helps you sell that. All right. Let's get some more paint here. I think I can afford to put another petal right about here. Boom. Right in there. Just like that. You keep building and building and building and building. We'll stick with the 3 though. All right. We'll add a little bit of interest in those right now. We'll just take a little spot of yellow and white. We'll mix it up real fast. We're almost done. We just got to put in some leaves, but we're almost there. This is my last panel. I have to buy some more. I might need some more white, so we're almost there. I'll use this. Okay. I'll just mash it up a little bit. Go into your yellow, go into your white, mix it up, brighten it up a little bit. Just like that. Okay. And we'll just kind of pop in some of something like that. It's actually, that center would be red in here in the midst of that red. So we'll come out a little bit and we'll tighten it up on the bottom there. And we'll get some little sprinkles out there. Like that. Right here, we'll put it right in here. Get some little sprinkles out there, but come heavy here. And then some little things going on up there like that. All right. All right. Okay. You had to remove something, Bruce. I didn't catch it. We'll go with a shorter handle brush. A little bit of green here. Probably a little bit of red in that green. We'll brown it up a little bit. I don't necessarily want to put glycerin on this. I'll just use a lot of this green and red. All right. Let's go. We'll have one travel right about here and we'll square it off. And we'll come here. I don't want the leaves to be too big, so I'll slow it down a little bit. I'll take my little bit of time here with this batch of leaves today. And we'll just come out here and just give a little veiny thing there. Okay, that's one. Let's go in between this petal here. We'll flesh it out like that. Okay, just like that. And we'll kind of come out here and bring it there. And we'll, once again, we'll just flesh it out real fast. Just like that. We'll put a number of them in there. It's okay. I want to flesh this out, so we'll just block that much in there. And it helps to block in the flower itself, so we'll do it like that. Give them a quick center in there. We'll have one kind of spider around this in this direction, come right up into the mountain like that. All right. And once again, you guys can see it. If I can see it, I know you can see it. Just like that. And we'll have a friend come right in here like this. So we'll have one, they're gonna butt into each other. It's okay. Let them run into each other. I know you can barely see it, but that's all right. We'll create it through the highlights and such, if you don't see it. It's all right. Oh, let's just do it. We'll curve him in there. Something like that. And we'll pop him in like that. Right in there. I am not afraid to cover some of that mountain up. When you do something like this, don't be bashful about your whatever you got in the background there. Because if you're pop a leaf in here, it won't be necessary. But I can, throw one here on the bottom there. Like I say, if some get covered, some get covered. If they don't, they don't. It's all right. Don't fret. All right. You kind of want that look. We'll do one here. We'll kind of bring them up that way. Just like that. All right. Let's clean this off. Now, this is a short bristled ½ inch. All right. All right. Let's get a little bit of that yellow, white-ish stuff going. We'll put a tinge of green in there. Yeah, we'll just do the tinge of green. The yellow and the white is good contrast with the centers there. Okay, remember the light source. So it's actually lighter on this side. Okay. You're gonna need plenty of it to maintain the intensity of the color. So you'll be dipping into your yellow and white often. Keep it strong and bright. Okay. Right here. I will not put a strong rim of color on it. It won't need to, the yellow. The yellow takes care of that. Like that. Oh, we got one here. I'll keep him pretty much on the bottom, so. Clean up our brush because you got some residual dark stuff you're picking up while you're putting the bright stuff down. Okay. Not really accustomed to painting these upside down or with my hand upside down, but hey, first time for everything, I guess. Just like so. All right, we're gonna get a script liner, and we'll put our little. You're going to use water for this, and believe it or not, we need to touch more white. We're going to use just a touch more white. Like I said, we're almost there. I don't think I'll be adding any more surprises to it. A little water, brighten it up a tad. Use the tip of the brush I just roll the brush around. I know I'm gonna do the dark half of the leaves, so some of these will probably go away. That's to be expected. And, you know, it's all right if it does. Pretty thick paint. You have to water it down often. You're going to roll your brush a lot. As long as I keep the paint pretty thick, the color will stand out. You just may have to press down a little more, all depending on what you're looking for, what you want. Okay. Yeah, and I am using the tip of the brush. Okay. So it's a nice little ball of paint in there. Because you need it a little thick so it can be seen. Okay. If you find yourself kind of pressing like that, the lines are going to get thick. All right. So you'll find yourself going to the well often, and that's fine. I'd rather dip the brush a billion times than to try to risk it all in one swipe. It's just, sometimes the cards aren't in for that type of manipulation, so you just gotta, just do the do. All right, and we're gonna come on the other side, add a few bits there. Like I say, I'm doing a little extra on the shaded side. I don't know how many of those leaf veins you're gonna see once I put in the other color. Yeah. I have an even number. I'm gonna have to pop another leaf in there. Yes, I do count them. One, two, three, four, five, six. No, seven. All right, I thought I had eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. There was one right there, but you're not gonna see that. It's just gonna be in the way of the other ones. Okay, let's adjust the focus a bit here. I'm gonna end up adjusting it anyway once I pull back a little bit. All right. As I'm looking and checking and looking, it's all right. It's okay. It's different. That I'll say it is a little different. It is different. It's crazy that these pins, man, they're right over the glycerin. I'm looking, I'm thinking, looking. Let's pull back a bit so you guys can catch the whole shot here. I think I can just kind of maneuver it a little bit more. I think you guys can see the whole thing. Okay, I think it's pretty much centered too. Well, that way. No problem, Bruce. Like I said, I know it's been a minute. When will I be back on? Who knows? But you know, I can probably. There's no probably to it. I'll just take the make it a full scene. It'll make this a whole lot wider. You guys can check it out like that. All right. We'll get rid of this. There. All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. It really doesn't make much sense, but to have a mountain of flowers, but you know, I guess I already think I know what I'll call it, but let's get the glycerin tape out of my hands and put it in there. Okay, I can probably turn this light off. I don't need this on. There. All right. Up above. All right. Well, there she be. He's even got stars and stuff. So what do you want to call it? They're a little subdued. They're not highlighted really strong. It gives the mountain kind of shine and be up front. And the pink flowers here, they're in front of those. Okay. I didn't put many of them. I didn't cluster it too much with the floral patterns. So painting breathes a little bit. All right. Yeah. So you definitely know where the light is coming from, even on the one furthest back. And a little shaded, a little deeper, reddish on the other side. Okay. No. Me and recycled tape, nah, can't do it. My tape is too much of a mess to do it, you know, and glycerin doesn't dry on tape, so, you know, recycling tape is just not in the cards for me at all. So I don't think I really held you guys too long tonight. Let's see. No, a little over 90 minutes. So, yeah. But I really didn't expect too many people to come on because you know, obviously I'm not on like that. But I do appreciate you guys watching. As usual, I'll take a picture of it. You guys know where I'll post it, Instagram and Facebook. I'll come up with some kind of title with it. And, yeah. I'll probably see you guys when I see you. I got to really work on that man's comic. And so this might be the last one since this is my last board. I'll buy the boards, but I really got to start on that man's book. It should have been done months ago. So I think I'll just buckle down and do it. I'll put the paint stuff up. And I'll start on his work. So if I do paint, it'd probably be because I want to, or if there's a subject that I want to paint and do a lot of detail on, like the moose or the church or something like that, then I'll do that just to break up the monotony of the pen and ink work. But yeah, I'll be back on. I won't do the comic work on live because it's just very time consuming. And it'll bore people half to death to do all that sequential art. So maybe I'll do an inking process maybe, but that'd be a whole separate thing. It wouldn't be involved with painting. It'd be more like just simple drawing, you know. So, all right, guys, I shall see you when I see you. Thank you very much. You guys take care.